Once again, this is Tanner Wilkinson, the voice of the Snow College Badgers. Happy to be joined by women's soccer coach Brock Ogami with me today. Coach, appreciate you taking time out of what's been a very busy schedule for you guys on the road quite a bit, but appreciate you coming on and making some time for us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's nice to be home finally. 8 out of the 14 days on the road, so it's nice to be back in Ephraim.
Tell us a little bit about your background, kind of what drew you to becoming a soccer coach, and ultimately how you came to Ephraim.
So just the journey of wanting to be a soccer coach.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah. Let's hear it.
Well, I didn't want a real job, so
Yeah, there you go.
you gotta you gotta wear sweats all the time. So that was appealing. And I was going to college and kind of figure out the path that I wanted to go about. And like my first thought was, how about being a lawyer? Wearing a suit, making a bunch of money, and then the more I get into it, I'm like, I'm not a suit guy. Was something I love, and I was playing soccer at NNU. And our head coach, Co Michelson, was also running a club in Boise. And he's like, hey, you want to help me out? And started getting into coaching. I've been in love with it ever since and wanted to make it a career. And so, we started off just coaching high school, did that for a year, and then spent 2 seasons at a community college in Oregon. And then I got my big break moving to Spokane and being the assistant at Spokane Community College for 5 years. And then the head coach, Jim Martinson, retired, and I took over for him and was there for 3 years. And that was, one of the best experiences of my life was being in Spokane. And then took a job at a junior college in Louisiana, LSU Eunice. Was there for about 10 months. Kind of hard being away from home, so just looking for job opportunities closer. This job opened up, applied, interviewed, got it, and then I was here in the spring of 23 and I've been here ever since. So been a great move. I've loved it here, and it's been a good fit so far.
Let's talk a little bit about you guys' schedule so far. You played a pretty difficult schedule. It scheduled some tough non-conference games. How do you feel like that sets you guys up for the long road?
Oh, it's good. It's good starting off with a couple Division I opponents in the very beginning. That's twofold. One, you want to play against the best competition. Like that's going to make you sharper, from the get-go, but also gives the kids a chance to be recruited right out of the gate. So that was a good experience of getting used to the speed of play against someone has a little bit more, or not a little bit more. They have a lot of top-end talent and get to see the measuring stick there. And then getting to go on the road to Arizona to play against the number 2 team in the country. They're also in the national championship, Arizona Western. That was good to see because, if you win the region, you're most likely going to match up with those guys in the district final. So kind of a test run at that. So we learned a lot about ourselves through that stretch, and hopefully that's going to prepare us for the back half of the conference schedule.
Let's talk about how the rest of the season's gone so far. What players in particular have stood out to you guys 10 games into the season?
Maddie Moss has been a freshman holding midfielder. She came in right away and just didn't look like a freshman. She just controlled the middle of the park, wins everything out of the air, just great distribution, great on the defensive side. And then right in front of her, Kelsey Peterson, another freshman, came in and just controls the flow and tempo of the game. Those two have really, really stood out because they're right down the spine of the field and control the majority of the tempo. So those two have been very impressive. Brianna Calista, our center back, who's just, she's the heart and soul of the team. She's been playing through some injuries, but like really inspirational stuff to where, the kid's in so much pain after the game, but she keeps grinding and battling and performing at a high level. So it's, what you want to see from your captain. So those 3 have stood out. And then we've gotten contributions from a lot of different people. So not a whole lot of superstars, but a great group of collective effort.
Let's talk a little bit about the rest of conference play. You guys have finished runner-up back-to-back years. What are you looking for in this final road stretch and then getting to be at home to help prepare you to get over that hump?
Trying to start to find our best soccer. Like, throughout any season, you don't want to peak too soon. I think we're at a good place to where we're starting to kind of hit that incline a little bit, where we're starting to take off. Like that last road game at Truckee, we started to get the confidence in front of goal, and it was nice to see the ball go in the back of the net and then come away with a win. So in the 3 years I've been here, that's the first win we've had down in Reno. So it was good to do that, like right before the halfway mark of conference, and hopefully that propels us to more wins and get to the region tournament, and hopefully start to peak like right around there. And whatever happens, but it'd be nice to get over the hump because I don't want to do that 3 years in a row with the runner-up. So
you guys have been on the road a lot. We're not going to sugarcoat that at all. How great is it to know that kind of that rough part of the road trip is over, And then these last couple road games get followed up by 4 straight at home. How much are you looking forward to seeing the fans pack the soccer complex?
It's always nice to play at home. Kids get to sleep in their own bed. You get back to a routine, and the nutrition's a little bit better. The sleep's a little bit better. And hopefully that comes into performance as well. And you're not as tired, and the muscles aren't as tight from sitting on a bus for 11 hours. So, obviously you want to take care of business at home, and there's always that home field advantage. So, hopefully we could take advantage of those opportunities.
The biggest thing you're looking forward to through the rest of the season?
Being sound defensively, attention to details, and just executing at a higher level than we did the first half. First half was fine, but I still feel like this team has a much higher ceiling that we haven't reached yet. So, one, we got to coach better, and then 2, we got to execute at a higher level than we did the first half.
Well, Coach, appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. Best of luck the rest of the way. Looking forward to doing this a little bit more often.
Me too. Thank you for having me.